Aloha, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Astrology Dome. My name is Galit, and today I'm going to talk to you about the fall equinox. The equinox, we as human species have been celebrating this mark in time each and every year. It's before the internet, before the modern world. I've created a presentation that I'd like to show you because I think it's a moment in time, especially before eclipse season, especially with the Mercury retrograde, with the full moons, with all the intensity that we're feeling. It's an important moment to pause and really understand what's going on. So let me share my screen and let's see that together. We're going to have the fall equinox on Thursday, September 22nd at 6:04 p.m. Pacific Daytime. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, this is the beginning of fall. If you are in the Southern Hemisphere, this is the beginning of spring. It depends what your location is. So in the Northern Hemisphere, the fall equinox was about that time that we harvest, that we are done with the season, with the busy days of summer, and we are starting to harvest everything that we have planted. And that has significant meaning. The first thing that I'd like to talk about is realignment, because the fall equinox was about that time when we finished the busy time of the year and we are reconnecting to our sacred living by nature, how to realign and reconnect to our natural rhythm, to our natural cycle as humans, because we've been here before the internet, before clocks, before any technology. And we have lived here for thousands of years, and we've been doing fine. We have grown and we matured and we created everything that you see around you. And we did that by listening and aligning with the natural rhythm of the earth. What is sacred living? How do you harvest your fields? What are your fields? You know, everything you do is actually, you tend to your fields. Whether it's your work, your relationship, anything that you create, those are our modern fields. Instead of going to work in an outdoor field, we are attending to our mind fields, isn't it? And I would like to stress the superpower of pause and connecting to our divine femininity. Even if you're a male, it doesn't matter. Each one of us have a female part and a male part that are necessary for us to be whole humans. The male part is the part that is going to get things, and the female part is that part that is attuned to the cycles of nature and to the natural rhythm of living and creating. So the autumn equinox is actually about balance. It is that time of the year that the length of the day and the length of the night are of equal length. It is also called the September equinox or fall equinox. Usually we have a harvest moon before the fall equinox. And in this particular equinox in 2022, we have the harvest moon as the Pisces moon, 17 degrees of Pisces, happening on September 10th. And actually, the harvest moon had a purpose in old time, in ancient time. It was rising and leaving enough light in few consecutive days so the farmers would be able to harvest their crops. It was a really important time to harvest the crops because the rest of the year would depend on how much crops have you harvested, how much have you stored for the tough winter time. This year, the harvest moon happens on Saturday, September 10th at 17 degrees of Pisces. The equinox main themes is about rebalance, realignment, and refocus yourself. You know, our fast-moving life is throwing us out of balance sometimes. We are so in a rush, achieve mode that we forget to balance our life. We forget that we have to attend to our body, to our emotions, to our mental. We keep in that competition achieving mode of the modern society, the modern world, and we don't pay enough attention to balancing. And this is the time to stop and say, hey, what is out of balance for me? What can I rebalance in my life to feel better? What is out of alignment for you? What area of your life is not in alignment with the other areas in your life? it's a good point to stop for a minute, think about it, and then refocus on those things that need focus. It's like a field, okay? We have a field that we attend to on a daily basis, but we have so much energy, so much water. What is important? What are you going to give water to as first priority? Make your priorities, refocus. I like to shift from the personal to the global, to the community, to our consciousness level as human species, because this is a big moment in human evolution that we are experiencing right now. We are on a trajectory of a leap in our consciousness. You know how through history, humans had leaps like the Industrial Revolution, the Renaissance time. We had leaps in our evolution as species, as a community consciousness. And we are experiencing a huge leap right now because we are moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. And that move, that shift, is shifting so many levels within ourselves, but mainly it is shifting our consciousness. We are moving from a certain level of consciousness to a higher level of consciousness in so many ways, in the way we perceive ourselves as humans. What does it mean to be a human? Why are we here on this planet? What can we do on this planet? How can we achieve more manifestation of who we are? What are our relationship to each other as species? What are our relationship to other species on this planet? What are our relationship to the galactic, to the vast galactic universe, cosmos around us? We're asking a lot of questions and we're discovering more and more answers. We are jumping in our consciousness perception. It is also time for purification. That's why the Virgo season is helping us purify anything that is not serving us anymore, because Virgo is all about using and serving what we need. And as we go into Libra season, and we are in Libra season, we're understanding our relationship to ourselves on a deeper level. Who are we? Why are we here? Why are we in relationship with others? What kind of relationship? So it's all about making a choice. What is a choice? A choice is constantly being aware and constantly asking questions, better questions, so we can get better answers and make better choices on how we move forward. At this particular moment in our human evolution, we are discovering a deeper architecture of our consciousness, of our planet, of us as species, and of us as a part of the galactic universe. We are discovering that there is a deep architecture to the way we are programmed, to the way we are designed, to the way all the system around us is designed, and to the way the universe is designed. And we're starting our journey in connecting to that deeper architecture, to the deeper consciousness, the grander consciousness around us in so many meaningful ways, be it personal or collective. We are expanding our consciousness by this discovery. And we're creating a new paradigm. We're reconnecting with nature. You know, Uranus has been in Taurus for 4 years, and it's going to stay there for another 4 years. And it has been squaring Saturn in Aquarius for almost 2 years. What this did is, first of all, had us rediscover what Taurus means. And Taurus is all about our natural resources. It's about how we create sustainability in our life, how we use natural resources in a sustainable way. So we are reconnecting to nature. Why do you think you see all this plant medicine coming up as healing modalities? We see all kinds of spiritual and physical healing modalities that are coming. We're talking about sustainability of resources, about energy. We understand energy on a different level. What is energy in our spiritual connection to our bodies and mind and psyche? And what is energy as a resource, and how can we use those resources in a more fair, peaceful, sustainable way? So we're talking about the sustainability of Gaia's metrics, right? Gaia is not just a container. It's not just a matrix for us to come and do whatever we want. It is also a living, sustainable system that we are discovering that we have a relationship with. And what kind of a relationship do we have with Gaia? And what kind of a relationship do we want to have with Gaia? And we should have to create more sustainability so Gaia can sustain us. We understand the connection. We discover that if we do A, we create a certain result. And if we do B, we create a different result. So what are we choosing? And how can we use the earth as a resource in a sustainable, harmonious, peaceful ways? This is really important for us because this is where we live. This is our home, just like our physical body is our home. Our earth, Gaia, is our home. This is coming to the surface for us to realize the deeper architecture and the deeper connection that we have to this planet and come up with new, better ways to be sustainable in our relationship to our planet. Now, the equinox is a setup for eclipse season because eclipse season is going to accelerate our life even more. So I feel that this equinox is a time to pause, even in the midst of all that acceleration, and we're going through immense changes, each and every one of us. It's a moment to pause. We have 6 planets in retrograde. This is a lot of retrograde. And we should be grateful for those 6 planets in retrograde because they're giving us the ability to rethink, reevaluate, review, reconnect to ourselves. You know, we go with our busy life, we do, and then comes the time of the retrogrades. And we have the ability to go within and reprocess, refocus, realign, review everything that we have done so far and say to ourselves, what do we want to continue with? And what do we don't want? What do we want to live in the past? It's a sifting time, what's important and what's not. And this is necessary. It's part of our evolution as human, as species, to do this work. Saturn in Aquarius is helping us create a new solid structure. With Aquarius choices in mind, it's a new age. It's our new ability to create different kind of structures. You know, Pluto has been in Capricorn, very long transit, and Pluto has been shifting and transforming all our system. Things have come to the surface so we can see inappropriate ways we've been treating ourselves and the planet, so we can see corruption, so we can see inability to handle certain stuff, so we can come up with new solutions, Aquarian solutions, a new type of solutions. So what is your place in the new society? This is an important moment in time to see, where do you belong? Who is your tribe? Who are you connecting with? Where is your tribe? Who are the people, the circle of people that you want to be surrounded with? Those are good questions to ask right now. Here are some more questions to ask yourself. What brings you joy? What is your spiritual purpose? How can you live a simpler life? We finally understood, Uranus in Taurus, that simple is better, because simple is less stress, less worry, and more in alignment with who you are. How can you live on your own terms? This is an Aquarian question. We no longer want to buy into the matrix of, oh, you have to go to school, go to college, get a job, marry, and just be on that trajectory. No, you want to explore your own journey. This is new on the planet. You know, you millennials are taking it as if it was always here. No, it wasn't. People went through a very set path that was set by society's norms and ideas of what life should be. You're coming here with a new message, choosing your own journey and exploring different ways to do that journey, which is amazing. This is the Aquarius age. And then the last question, but not least, what is important to you? This is Uranus and Taurus again, asking us what is important and what's not important. It's time to realize what is really important and go for it. So sacred living, what is sacred living? as humans, we've been attuned to the moon cycles for thousands of years, and we lived by the moon and by the seasons and by the sun. And we knew that art of living, sacred living, connected to the earth. And in modern society, we have kind of moved away from that alignment with the elements because we live in houses, we don't sleep under the stars, we don't go to find our food out there in the forest. We start reconnecting by doing moon rituals and by understanding plant medicine more. And we understood that we have to reconnect and restore our balance and listen to our body. Our body has a biorhythm of its own. It is a biological machine, I'd like to call it, that is connected to all the elements around us, whether we are aware of it or not. So restore the balance to our body. The second point is reflect and receive. At this moment, at the equinox, it's a third quarter of the year that has passed. If we take the year and divide it into 4 quarters, first of all, we have the winter, the January winter, that is the first quarter all the way to the spring. And in the winter, we're hibernating. It's cold outside. We're not doing much. We are revisiting our daily home life. Then comes the spring. We all are coming out just like the plants. They're starting to bloom again. They're starting to shoot out new leaves and new life is coming on the planet. So are we. We're seeking the sun. We want to go out and about. Then comes the summer. And in the summer, we're all out and about and happy and meeting people and living and busy, busy, busy. Then comes the harvest. The harvest time is time of reflection, saying, what have happened in my life, in your life, since January this year? And if you pay attention, quite a lot has happened. You have shifted a lot. You changed a lot. You've learned a lot. You've been through quite a journey until now. Now, the journey of this year has not ended yet. You still have a quarter to go. But if you reflect and you give yourself that moment of receiving all the benefits that you have created for yourself through this year, you'll be amazed at how much you have grown. And give yourself the feedback. You're great. You've grown. You've been through this and this and this. And that reflection is a good time. It's a good pose. It's a good recognition. We all need that recognition, whether from ourselves or from others, to realize where we are right now, because you are not the same person that started this year. You have moved to a different plateau. So it's a good time to realize that for yourself and give yourself that love and compliment you deserve. And then refocus, get clear about what really matters. How do you want to continue from here forward? What really matters? If you have limited resources, which we all have, a certain amount of energy and a certain amount of time, how do you want to use that? What is the best way? What is the best goal for you to use it and grow that? I call this one learning choices. And I like that image of balancing, right? Because we constantly have choices, especially during the equinox and Libra season. We find it hard to choose because we can see that each choice would lead to a different destination. And each time we choose something, we don't choose something else. That is true. You let go of something because you choose something else. But if you don't choose, this is also a choice, right? It's a choice to halt and to procrastinate and not choose and stay in the same place that you are. So I want you to know that by not choosing, you're choosing to stay the same. And that is stagnation. So it's better always to make a choice to move forward. So choice starts with you. And choice is all about what future do you want to see for yourself. If you imagine what is the best outcome, the best future you want to see, what is it for you? How can you be of service of now, yourself, and in the future to others? How can you service? Because we are all here servicing others, whether it is by relationship, that we are mirrors to others and others are mirrors to ourselves, or whether it is through the work that we do, and this is helping somebody else achieve something. We're all interconnected, and we finally understand. The other thing is that the Sun and Mercury are at 0 degree of Libra at the time of the equinox. Now, 0 degree of Libra is exactly the opposite of 0 degree of Aries, which is the world axis. Every time we have something happening at 0 degree of Aries or in opposition to it, then something major or something important is happening. So right now we're in the fall and 0 degrees of Aries is in the spring. What is it that you can see right now? What reflection can you see about yourself, about your place in the world, and about the future that you want to create? Good questions to ask. Create the best version of yourself. Match up your vibrations to your future self vision. This is how we progress in life. We have a vision and we're matching our vibration because we have to believe in it in order to see it, right? So how can we create that new version of ourselves? We have to live it. Walk your talk. It's learning to live in alignment with joy, love, and gratitude, which are the higher frequencies. Sometimes we don't know what we want. We cannot imagine a future for ourselves. We are confused. We're not sure what choice to make. That's fine. As long as you say to yourself, I want to live in joy, in love, and in gratitude, and you start practicing that, this will automatically upgrade your frequencies. Then what you will attract from the universe would be matching frequencies of love, joy, and gratitude. So this is a great moment in time to start implementing that. And this is the last slide. Stay grounded, vibrate your highest frequency, and set your intentions. So choice starts with you. What do you want to choose? It's on us. It's always on us to walk our talk. Whatever we choose now will lead us to a certain path, to a certain destination. Where do you want to see yourself? And it's enough for us to feel what we want to feel. We want to feel loved, we want to feel happy, and we want to feel purposeful, live a purposeful life, because then we feel that we accomplished this time that we have on earth. So this equinox is a really good time for you to just stop for a minute, stop and tell yourself, what do I need to realign? Where am I out of alignment? What do I need to refocus on? And where do I want to put my resources? It's about intention. So create this little sacred ritual, whatever that may be for you. Go out to nature and reconnect, meditation, light candles, do whatever ritual, do a crystal grid, whatever ritual talks to you, and set your intentions. Because by setting our intentions, we are funneling all our energies in our mental tentacles to bring us those experiences that will be in alignment with who we are inside. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any update that I do in the future. And as usual, enjoy today and become the best version of yourself today and every day. Have a wonderful equinox. I will see you next time.